What's good, y'all? Welcome back to WWE Ghostt. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been such a long time since we have been on WWE Universe mode. All right, we had a blast in 2024. We had a blast in 2023. We had a blast in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, I have brought it back once again for 2025. Now, forgive me for the delay. Okay, it took me a while to go through all the community creations and find exactly what I needed to find. I appreciate all y'all out there who do community creations. You're very loved in our community. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first episode of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode with your boy. Now, before we dive into it, I do have a few announcements that I would like to go over with y'all. First and foremost, as you guys know, in the past, me and my dog Jugga J have banded together to bring y'all the best universe mode we could possibly bring y'all. All right. As you guys know, halfway through 2K24 universe mode, Jugga J has some things going behind the scenes that he couldn't be there. All right. 2K25 is going to be the same thing. I'm going to be running it by myself, y'all. And I think this is going to be a great time for me to see if I can handle doing two shows at one time. I will be the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown, y'all. And I'm happy about it. Jugga J, you're very, very missed over here. Very, very missed. Get well soon, brother. We hope to see you return at some point. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be holding down the fort this year. As I've done these universe modes, I've always kind of seen the beginning as a new reset, a new season almost. 2K25 will not be that. All right, we're going to try something new and we're going to have a continuation from 2K24. That means all of the accomplishments, all of the titles that might have been won, you will see it continue on. For example, I believe AJ Styles and Gunther are your two world champions. They will continue to be champion going into 2K25 universe mode. All right. Now, the last and final thing I want to say is that when it comes to shows, I'll be giving y'all less shows because this year in 2K25, I hope to give y'all more seasons. I want to do at least 2 seasons, at least 2 seasons. All right. So we're going to get through 2 WrestleManias, bare minimum. All right. But you guys will see everything else as it goes on. All right. Of course, new superstars, new faces. Some people, they done gone through a character change. They don't look the same. All right. Also, some of my created superstars have been taken out, not because I couldn't find them, simply because I didn't want them. For example, obviously, the women's tag team champions were the Death Angels. Unfortunately, the Death Angels are not going to be in this game. That means at the first pay-per-view, the women's tag team championships will be on the line. We will get to that later though. We'll get to that later. All right. But we got new faces, we got new stars, new storylines. We got old faces, old storylines. But new or old, you guys will be entertained. And at the end of the day, that's all I really look for. Now, my personal goals going into 2K25 Universe mode. All right. More than anything, I want to be a great booker. Better than Shawn Michaels, better than Triple H, hell, better than Vince McMahon, right? I want to be the best booker you guys have ever seen. Number two, when it comes to my personal character, the Ghostt, I want to be a Grand Slam champion again, all right? That means I have to win a world championship, 2 main card championships, tag team championships, right? That's what I want to accomplish. If we can make that happen, I'll be a happy camper. Of course, I want to win the Rumble. I want to win Money in the Bank, King of the Ring, all of that great stuff. That's me. Got my name on it. All right. Taking myself out of the equation, I also would like to see some other superstars get a championship around their waist. These superstars include Carmelo Hayes, Natalia, R-Truth, um, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Sheamus. The list continues on and on and on. But I know you guys are wondering who all is in the game. What creative superstars did you go out and get? Well, the good news is you guys don't have to wait anymore. Because in this first episode, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Ghostt. WWE 2K25 official roster. Let me know what you guys are excited for. I know who some of my favorites are. Who are some of yours? What feuds would you guys like to see going forward? Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official WWE 2K25 roster. I hope you enjoy. All right, y'all. Now that we got the rosters out of the way, let's jump into the very first week of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. All right, y'all. Welcome to Monday Night Raw with your host and general manager, yours truly, right? Because who else would it be? You got the best of the best right here on Monday nights. Nobody's doing it like me, y'all. All right, y'all, starting it off hot right here tonight. We got Wendy Chu taking on Jada Parker. This is going to be a great match. Both of these ladies need momentum, all right? Both of them didn't really have too many matches in 2K24. 2K25, they starting it off hot right here, y'all. And your winner is. And Wendy Chu taking the W over Jada Parker. I must admit, I did not see that coming. However, very proud of both ladies, especially Wendy Chu. All right, y'all, match number 2. We got Carmelo Hayes taking on D-Zig, Dolph Ziggler. All right, again, I said before, one of my missions this year is to put a championship on Carmelo Hayes. Now, the only person standing in Carmelo Hayes' way is Carmelo Hayes. Because last year in 2K24, Carmelo Hayes was on Friday Night SmackDown, and I don't think he got what he deserved, man. I don't think he got what he deserved. I'm not saying Jugga J is a bad booker. He just not me. He just not me. And so I'm going to put a championship on Carmelo Hayes. Let's see if he can defeat Dolph Ziggler right here in his 2K25 debut. And your winner is. And Carmelo Hayes getting W's over here on Monday Night Raw. Shout out Carmelo Hayes. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got some tag team action for your ass. Yes, sir, I'm bringing that back. As we got Shotzi and Ruby Riott taking on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And your winner is. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the Women Tag Team Championships are vacated and they will be defended at the very first pay-per-view, which is Backlash. All right. So because Backlash is just for Friday Night SmackDown, unfortunately, a team from Monday Night Raw will not be competing for those championships, but they will get their opportunity later on. And it looks like Shotzi and Ruby Soho are on their way to becoming Women's Tag Team Champions. Unfortunately, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green could not pull off the victory here, but shout out to the Rockers. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the 2K24 breakout superstar Bronson Reed in action right here tonight as he takes on Dragunov. And I'm so happy and so proud of what Bronson Reed was able to contribute to last year in 2K24. A rising star, had an amazing season. So super proud of Bronson Reed. All right, let's see if he can take down Dragunov right here tonight, y'all. And Bronson Reed showing why he belongs here on Monday Night Raw by defeating Dragunov. I think a championship is due for Bronson Reed. So proud of him. So proud of him. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got more tag team action for your ass as the High Flyers of Javon Evans and Ricochet taking on the Creed brothers representing American Made. And your winners are. Javon Evans and Ricochet, the High Flyers. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the Creed brothers not only are your longest reigning World Tag Team Champions, but such an impressive run for them last year. Unfortunately, since they've lost their championships, they haven't been able to catch fire, but who knows? This is a brand new season. Anything's possible for the Creed brothers here. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Michin, Mia Yim. I'm going to be honest, I don't like calling her Michin. I'm only going to call her Mia Yim. But we got Mia Yim taking on Mandy Rose, representing Toxic Attraction. And your winner is. And Mandy Rose has defeated Mia Yim right here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Not looking good for Mia Yim. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, your World Tag Team Champions are in action in a non-title match against the Street Profits, all right? So we got A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller taking on Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, accompanied to the ring by B-Fab. They are the Street Profits. And your winner is. And your World Tag Team Champions, A-Town Down Under, are victorious in this one. In the next match, ladies and gentlemen, we got Io Sky taking on Rhea Ripley. Now, as I'm recording this episode, it is April 12th, 2025. So this has been recorded before WrestleMania. As you know, in real life, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. I don't know. I'm assuming it was a great match on paper. It looked like a great match. I'm not real sure who won, but let's see 2 out of those 3 superstars compete right here tonight. I got my money on Io Sky. Let's see what happens. And your winner is. And Rhea Ripley has defeated Io Sky right here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Is this a little bit of a foreshadow slash flashback, I guess you would say, for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania? Who knows? And for your main event, we got the Scottish Warrior, my dog, Drew McIntyre, taking on your tribal chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Ladies and gentlemen, this match right here, I need front row seats to. Claymore versus Spear, Glass Cow Kiss versus Superman Punch, the Scottish Warrior versus the OTC. Oh, I need that. Front row, I need that. I need that. But your winner is, and Roman Reigns adjusts his crown before he takes his seat at the head of the table. Drew McIntyre, you got to step your game up, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite features of WWE 2K25 is that they keep up with the win-loss record, all right? So I don't have to do that on my own like I've been doing in the past. Drew McIntyre starting off his year 0-1, while Roman Reigns starting off his year 1-0. I like that mechanic. I really, really do, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, that has been Monday Night Raw. I know you guys enjoyed it. I don't even have to ask. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and let's head on down to Friday Night SmackDown. Honestly, I never thought I'd be on this show. Y'all know how I feel about Friday Night SmackDown. But if I'm going to be the general manager of SmackDown, I might as well do it my way. I might as well do it to the best of my abilities. I might as well do it the only way that the Ghostt can. And that's by being the best general manager that I can be right here on Friday Night SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown with your general manager, the Ghostt. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would direct your attention to the screen.
Lass has got the mic in hand, and we're all about to find out why.
She looks ready to speak her mind. This isn't good.
What a call out.
Demanding a confrontation.
Oh man, this just got way more interesting. Wait, is she about to get what she wants here?
Looks like we'll just have to wait and see.
There you have it, asking for a match at the next show.
But will we see that match accepted?
All right, y'all, you guys seen it right there on your screen. Lash Legend has not only called out Kairi Sane, but all members of the Kabuki Warriors. Lash Legend says she wants to get her hands on the Women's Tag Team Championships, and she's willing to go through anybody to get that done. Shout out to Lash Legend. However, as general manager of SmackDown, now I can say that, I'm going to do this my way. So, at Backlash, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson will be facing off against the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane for the Women's Tag Team Championships. But hold on, because now that I think about it, there is one more team that I think deserves to be in this championship matchup. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, y'all will also be in this championship match at Backlash in a triple threat tag team matchup for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It will be Black Girl Magic of Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend taking on Asuka and Kairi Sane of the Kabuki Warriors, and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Unholy Union, and this match will happen at Backlash. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got representing Legado del Fantasma. We got Elektra Lopez, and she will be taking on against Zelina Vega. Now, Zelina Vega right now is looking for a job. She's not on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. If Zelina Vega can defeat Elektra Lopez right here, she might find her a spot right here on Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe, just maybe. Let's see what goes on. Lopez, Vega, and your winner is. And Zelina Vega has defeated Elektra Lopez. And you know what? Let's go ahead and sign Zelina Vega to Friday Night SmackDown. Zelina Vega, welcome aboard to the Friday Night SmackDown show. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Battle of the Baldies as we got Cesaro taking on Jon Moxley. And your winner is. And Cesaro put a little bit of a hurting on Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley, you're not looking too good, my dog. You're not looking too good. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fatal four-way match. Now, Asuka already locked in at Backlash for the tag team championships. Can Asuka double it up right here as she looks to face off against Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, and Mercedes Moné? And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match will be facing off against Becky Lynch for the Women's WWE Championship. And Asuka has defeated Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, and Mercedes Moné, and Asuka will be heading to Backlash. Well, she was already going to Backlash, but now she has 2 championship matches at Backlash. Things are already looking good for Asuka. Very proud of her. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got some tag team action for your ass as representing the Judgment Day. We got Carlito and Dirty Dom Mysterio, and they will be taking on Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa representing the new bloodline. And your winner is. And Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa have defeated the Judgment Day right here on Friday Night SmackDown. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the leader of Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, baby. And he takes on, making his Friday night debut, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. And Adam Cole defeats Joe Hendry right here on Friday Night SmackDown. Joe Hendry. I guess I believed in Joe Hendry too much. Adam Cole got the victory. Joe Hendry, you got to step it up. You got to step it up. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the EST of the WWE, BB, otherwise known as Bianca Belair, as she looks to take on the queen of WWE, Charlotte Flair. And your winner is. And Bianca Belair has whipped that trick on Charlotte Flair. And I can't believe my eyes, y'all. I never thought I'd see Charlotte Flair lose a match, but here we are in 2K25. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a number 1 contenders match to find out who will be facing off against Gunther for the Universal Championship at Backlash. Will it be the 2-time former Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes, or will it be the best in the world, CM Punk? And your winner is, I believe in Joe Hendry. And ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes has defeated CM Punk right here on Friday Night SmackDown. And Cody Rhodes will be going to Backlash to face off against Gunther for the Universal Championship. And in your main event, I don't know why the hell he's so big. Pause. Ladies and gentlemen, Hammerstone will be taking on the All-Star champion, Edge, in a non-title match. Let's see what Edge can do going into Backlash. And your winner is. And the Rated R Superstar and All-Star champion, Edge, has defeated Hammerstone right here on Friday Night SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my first time doing a show on Friday Night SmackDown. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comment box below. Smash that like button if you liked all 9 matches. And before you get too comfortable, ladies and gentlemen, let's head on down to Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown presents Backlash. And ladies and gentlemen, boy, do I have a stat card for you all to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, starting the night off right here tonight, we have that triple threat tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. As we have representing Black Girl Magic, we got Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend. And representing the Unholy Union, we have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And finally, representing the Kabuki Warriors, we have Kairi Sane and the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Now, Asuka does have a match later on tonight for the WWE Women's Championship against Becky Lynch. So, Asuka, let's see if you can double up on championships here tonight. Asuka could walk away with one, or she could walk away empty-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line. Black Girl Magic, Unholy Union, Kabuki Warriors. And your winner is. And Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Unholy Union, are your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Shout out to the Unholy Union.
I knew he was here, but I wasn't sure we'd see him tonight.
And here comes Jugga J. Jugga J sounds like he has a promo that he would like to make.
He's got some thoughts to share with the crowd.
Jugga J is in the ring explaining how he beat the Ghostt at WrestleMania. And he can't wait to get his hands on that All-Star Championship from Edge. Jugga J is saying he's going to win his next match, and that's going to skyrocket him to get his championship from the Rated R Superstar Edge. However, Jugga J, while you are concerned about the All-Star Championship, do I need to remind you of your match later on tonight? That's what you should be worried about, because tonight you are tasked with taking on Sami Zayn. But we'll get to that match later. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor has called out Rey Mysterio, and Finn Balor will be facing off against Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship right here tonight at Backlash. And your winner is. And Finn Balor has brought the Intercontinental Championship to the clubhouse, as Finn Balor has defeated Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Shout out Finn Balor. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next match, we got Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa representing the New Bloodline, as they will be taking on Los Garzas of Angel and Humberto Carrillo for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And your winner is. And Legado del Fantasma, or Los Garzas, is still your WWE Tag Team Champion. Shout out to Angel and Berto. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. So Ruka has punched her ticket to Backlash, and she will be taking on Taya Valkyrie for the Women's IC Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is. And So Ruka is your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Shout out to Sol Ruka. And ladies and gentlemen, as we saw earlier, Jugga J marched out to the ring to tell the world about how he beat the Ghostt at WrestleMania in a casket match. Jugga J thinks because he did that, he deserves an All-Star Championship match? Well, I'll be damned. But before Jugga J gets to that All-Star Championship matchup, Jugga J has his hands full with Sami Zayn tonight. So if Jugga J can beat Sami Zayn, then and only then will we talk about an All-Star Championship match. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of All-Star Championship matches, an All-Star Championship match will be happening later tonight. But Jugga J has to beat Sami Zayn first. And your winner is. And unfortunately, Jugga J could not get the job done. Sami Zayn has defeated Jugga J. Sad day for Jugga J. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so happy when Jugga J loses. You guys don't understand. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Universal Championship on the line. Two-time former Universal Champion Cody Rhodes looks to take on the current Universal Champion, Gunther. Can Cody Rhodes get his baby back ribs, or will Gunther prove why he is the ring general? And your winner is. And Gunther is still Universal Champion after defeating Cody Rhodes. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen Asuka lose her opportunity to become a tag team champion earlier tonight. Is Asuka ready? Is she focused? Is Asuka locked in and ready to compete for the Women's WWE Championship? A better question is Becky Lynch ready for Asuka? Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Women's Championship is on the line. Asuka, Becky Lynch, and your winner is. And ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch retains as she defeats Asuka for the Women's WWE Championship. Unfortunately, Asuka, you had 2 opportunities to walk away with the championship tonight, and unfortunately, you just couldn't get the job done. You might want to go back to the drawing board and think about what you should do next. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, a WrestleMania rematch as Kenny Omega failed to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase against the Rated R Superstar Edge at WrestleMania. Kenny Omega gets yet another opportunity to defeat the Rated R Superstar Edge and finally become the new All-Star Champion. Can Kenny Omega get the job done, or is Edge's spear just too deadly? Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is. And the Rated R Superstar Edge is still All-Star Champion. Shout out to the Rated R Superstar Edge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching Monday Night Raw. Thank you for watching Friday Night SmackDown. And thank you for watching the pay-per-view, which is Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your general manager, The Ghostt. Shout out to all of our new champions. Shout out to those champions who have retained. Shout out to Sami Zayn for beating Jugga Jay's ass. Just know when the Ghostt returns, Jugga Jay the Ghostt is ready to put you in a casket. Better yet, the Ghostt will be ready to put you in an ambulance. But we will get to that when the time comes, because right now the Ghostt ain't ready. But when the Ghostt is ready, the Ghostt will haunt you, and he will make sure that you never win another championship. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching WWE 2K25 Universe Mode with your general manager, yours truly. I've enjoyed my time. Hopefully you enjoyed yours. If you did, smash that like button. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Gang, gang.